Hey guys, how are you? Take a look at this. I'm going to show you a comparison between the Interactive Brokers data feed and the TradingView data feed for the CME futures. You're looking at the NASDAQ futures right now on a 30-second chart. And just look at the comparison between how they are ticking. I noticed the Interactive Brokers tape is a little faster actually. And you can see that you get a lot of quicker moves in that price. Whereas on TradingView, it seems to be updating every second or so. So look at that. You can see it moves a little faster and the prices are not identical. See, that one stayed at 09 for a while, whereas see that, look how it moved up to 12 and then the TradingView is having a hard time following. We're at 1250 and it took an extra second or two for TradingView to follow up. So for me, it looks clear that the IBKR tape is faster than the data we're getting on TradingView. That's a trade-off in my opinion because I love TradingView charts much more. It seems that the data feed on Interactive Brokers is much faster here. See, look at these little ticks we're getting. It seems to be much faster. And also, of course, if you're going to be trading with Interactive Brokers, you can see how when you put in your buy stop and everything kind of comes up there and it's easier, right? Because you're trading straight off the broker platform. So I'm definitely going to be adapting my setup here today to this. And ideally, I want to be using both charts. I want to have one IBKR chart and one TradingView chart. But again, trying to minimize the amount of data I'm seeing at any given moment here. But again, I'll let it run a little bit and see if you can figure out any difference. Look at that. Right up to 13. Look how long it took for TradingView to update. Saw that? Now it's coming in a bit faster. That one went all the way up to 20, but IBKR didn't tick all the way to 20, did it? Yeah, it only went to 1950. On this one, it said it went all the way up to 20. It's a little bit weird. So it could be somewhat of an approximation here that we're getting. Oh, but now look at how that one's moving down faster. You see? The TradingView is moving down a little faster, all the way down to 10. We're at 1350 and TradingView is saying 1112. So they're not exactly in sync with each other, as you can see. So let's compare the NASDAQ ETF triple Qs here. 87, 84. So they look more in sync. Yeah, in my opinion, that they look just about more in sync than the futures data does. Yeah, so I would say the equities data is a little faster on TradingView than the futures data. So let's compare SPY real quick. And again, these are all live data feeds coming from TradingView and coming from Interactive Brokers. Yep, they look just about identical. All right, let's compare ES, September contract. Definitely looks as though IBKR is updating faster. Look at that. We're seeing more ticks in IBKR than in TradingView. Although they're just about the same. Oh yeah, look, you can see more ticks. The price is updating faster because it seems to be linked up better with the tape. That time it was just about in sync because it ticked all the way down to 775, but then it immediately ticked back up. And you didn't see that on TradingView, you saw that on IBKR. Yeah, see, there's a slower update right there. You see it tick down to 19, But on the other one on the left here, you can see that it ticked down there very quickly, but then quickly regained that. So yeah, definitely updating much faster on IBKR than on TradingView for futures data. Just to recap, this is live futures data from Interactive Brokers, GFIS data provider, and on NQ, I believe the data services is from ICE Data Services. And it is very clear to me that this one's faster. So that's it. Hey guys, what's up? So this is going to be a short trade review here, trading the NASDAQ futures with the same setup that I've been sort of developing now for a few months, and it's a scalp setup. I decided to trade it in a way where it's very easy to trade. So I've automated a setup to either buy stop or sell stop into a trade, or buy limit or sell limit into a trade, depending on the nature of the market or where I'm trying to get filled. So generally, a buy stop or a sell stop works quite well, and I'll show you. So basically I just press one key here and it sets me up a sell stop where I want to get filled. So my stop loss 10 ticks away and my take profit 10 to 12 ticks away. So this is sort of a scalping strategy here. So I'll show you the trades that I took and where I took them. So these lines here is going to be showing where I took them. On the left here, you're looking at a 30-second chart on the NASDAQ. On the right side here, you're looking at the 5-minute chart. So you can see that from the open, we moved up, down, and then eventually broke above the trading range. And now we're sort of in this uptrend / trading range. I'll go over these scalps with you real quick here. So take a look. This was the first scalp where I was looking for a move to trade a failure, basically. This was part of my setup, and it was a little counter trend scalp here. So you can see how we broke above these highs around 72 up to about 81-ish, and then once we had here, we had a little mini trading range, tried to break higher and failed, and that was a little setup for a scalp that I wanted to fade it back to the moving average. I sold right there with a 10-point profit target, got filled my profit target, and that was it. That was the first scalp. Second scalp was right up here, and you can see it was the same sort of setup, and you can see we're breaking out above the highs, and we initially fail and regain this 96.13 area. I sold right there as well with a 10-tick profit target, took profit right around the moving average, and I could have done it again right here for the same exact thing where we had a little mini breakout, a few points, and then a failure. Okay, and that's the type of trade that you could have also trailed the stop if you were expecting more of a downward move depending on the larger time frames. So generally I'm just looking to lock in those 10 points of profit at a time here, and there was a couple other trades later that sort of failed. So this one was a failure, and I think this trade right here was not actually the setup that I traded, but again, I think I wanted to try something and it ended up failing. So what happened was I got filled up here at 96.17 for whatever reason. I think I was trying to front run a breakout, but eventually I just got stopped out for a 10-point stop right there near these lows, 96.05. Next trade was also the same thing. I had messed that up where I had tried to buy this dip because we saw a break lower and then a regain, and I tried to buy that, and then I got stopped out as we broke the lows. Okay, I know this looks kind of choppy because we're trading on a 30-second chart here. So basically I did the same thing a couple times here where I was just experimenting with it, and I think it was about 3 trades here where I tried to do the same thing and I got stopped out. Right around here, I should have just let the market go with it. Now down here, this is where it got a little interesting. So actually it's showing an hour off for some reason on my time zone. I don't know why. I think it's I have to fix that. So anyway, this was 10:30, right where the price was meeting up with the 26 period exponential moving average, and you can see how we tried to move below it and then regain that bid. So generally this was a winning scalp here, where I was looking for a regain to the bid around 90.77. So that's generally where I got filled. I got filled around 71 here as we broke lower, and I was expecting us to kind of move higher. Here this time I actually took a short and then rebought back. Here was the same sort of short setup as before where you see we're up, extended move, big attempt higher, and then a failure. I sold that, took profit around the moving average. Counter trend. This time I tried to buy the dip and got stopped out. This time I bought the dip and took profit. So if I had to tally up how many were winners and how many were losers, so 1 win, 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 losses. So we're 2 for 2, 3 losses, 4 losses, another win. So 3 wins, 4 losses, 5 losses, 3 wins, 4 wins, 5 losses, 5 wins, 5 losses, 6 wins, 5 losses, 6 wins, 6 losses, 7 wins, 6 losses. So it's either 6 for 6 or 7 for 6. And again, there was about 3 or 4 trades in there where I didn't actually trade my true setup. I was just messing around and experimenting. So that's the trade review for today. Again, I'm experimenting with this sort of strategy for now, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.